Hi, my name is Ms. Pion, and I'm an elementary school resource teacher. Today I'm going to talk to you about the procedural safeguards. The procedural safeguards are an explanation of your rights with a child who has or may have a disability. The procedural safeguards document must be given at least once per year, via paper or email. At the beginning of the procedural safeguards document, there are special education terms and definitions. This includes many abbreviations and common terms that are used throughout this document, as well as IEPs and any other special education documents you would have. It also includes definitions for evaluation and reevaluation processes. The procedural safeguards also contains various timelines. These timelines are what schools must adhere to. Some of them include a notice of initial evaluation or reevaluation when it has been created, a notice of initial findings when it's been completed, a timeline for receiving a finalized IEP, a timeline of information that must be provided to the family prior to a case conference committee meeting, as well as timelines for holding annual conferences or when you move to a new school. The procedural safeguards also includes parent rights to services and educational records. Parents have the rights to their child's educational records until the age of 18. They have a right to amend the record for inaccuracies. They also have the right to receive testing and special education services at no cost to the family. In addition, families have the right to be reimbursed for a non-public school setting if the school could not provide a FAPE, otherwise known as a free and public education. Also in the procedural safeguards, it explains the process for complaints. Complaints can occur if an individual or group of individuals feel that the school has failed to comply with Article 7 or IDEA. IDEA is otherwise known as the Individuals with Disabilities Act. Complaints can be submitted to the Department of Education. It also lays out the process for an investigation, mediation, and due process. Also in the procedural safeguards, explains discipline and resulting actions of discipline. Disciplinary changes after 10 or more days of suspension. This is when students may have a more significant discipline issue and require services after that. It also includes steps for a manifestation determination, which occur if the behavior is a result of the disability or the school not following their IEP. However, the student could also be removed if in possession at school with a weapon, illegal drugs, or causes serious bodily harm. The procedural safeguards explain consent for families, when and when they do not need to provide their consent. Parents must give their consent before an initial evaluation, before special education and related services can begin, before a reevaluation, before accessing public benefits or insurance, before releasing public records, and before a member of the case conference committee can be excused from a meeting. One of the most important parts of the procedural safeguards are resources to support students and families. I have clipped that part of the document here. These are local resources that families can reach out to if they need help with understanding special education law, need to file a complaint, or would just like to have more services for their student. Thank you so much for going through this long document with me. Hopefully, some of the information was a little bit more clear.